I got the neck tattoo like, dude, this is it. I gotta be a fighter because I'm not getting a job anywhere else.
It's a love-hate relationship, you know, a tattoo is like, I keep telling myself, oh, no more, this is the last one, this thing's hurt. Like, I don't know why people go through this pain, and then I just kept getting more and more and more. It's a different way to express yourself to the world, you know, let people know kind of who you are.
I like the way ink feels on my body. This tiger doesn't mean nothing. This gorilla with the crown. Maybe they do subconsciously, I don't know, but I seem to get them at the same time. After the fight, or just maybe before the next fight. But there's something therapeutic for me just going in. I don't spend months picking it. I just see it, get it, and just enjoy the experience of being inked on my body for the rest of my life. I don't know what it is. But it doesn't mean nothing. I just like the way I like the way it feels, and I like the way it looks.
My mom hates it. I waited till I was 30, so I told her, like, Mom, I'm 30 years old, like, I'm a grown man, like, but she hates it every time I get home.
My first tattoo, I was 17. My mom had to sign for it. I got my last name on my stomach. I thought it was a cool thing. I heard you get points on top of your SAT test if you write your name, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't misspell it, you know? It was the one that would hurt the most, and after that tattoo, I figured out I didn't have abs because every time I tried to flex them when that needle was going in, they ran away, so it was a tough one.
On tattoos, I'm really glad I didn't. You know, I was broke. I would have been bargain shopping for a tattoo artist. I waited to know exactly what I wanted, found the artist I liked. Oscar Akirmo, my tattoo artist here in New York, actually, at Bang Bang. We put this thing together, and the last 2 years has been quite amazing to see it kind of morph into what it is. We've created a relationship now that sometimes he'll come out to me. I've worked with him in Venice. He's come to my house in Colorado.
My craziest client story.
Craziest client story.
Every time this question gets asked, I always win.
No, I don't know, bro. I think I got you.
My craziest client story? Did I tell you downstairs what that client did to me? No. My client grabbed my boob last week. That was crazy. Also, I was really pissed off at one of my clients for not showing up to his appointment, and here he was murdered. Does that count?
Before me, nobody knew nothing about this sport. Nobody gave a shit about this sport. We were looked down upon. It wasn't true. We weren't even considered. Not only in like mainstream or whatever you want to call that, but even in fight circles, in real fight circles. We had a reputation, but in pure fighting, we had no reputation whatsoever. So I'm proud to be putting my nation at the forefront of the fight game where we belong.
When I got my first tattoo, I was 14. Me and my brother made a agreement with our mom and said we won a state title or a national title that year. we would go and get a tattoo. We ended up winning national titles, and as soon as we won the national title, we're like, all right, Mom, you gotta keep your end of the deal. I got a cross with a ribbon tied around my back. I never had hives in my life, but this is the first time I got done with my tattoo, and I was covered in hives. Still haven't touched it since the day I got tattooed.
My second tattoo was my wings. I was 18. It's good and bad, angel and gargoyle wing. It's kind of like a yin and yang thing, that tattoo. That tattoo is like, it's balance. In this world, we need balance, we need peace, and that's why I got my back tattoo. It took 4 hours, and we just did it in one session, straight. You can't stop, because if I was stopping, I wasn't coming back. The thing is so sore, I keep telling myself, but it was fun.
Well, when I was at the street shop that I first started at, I worked there for 2 years. I had this one customer. He was like a gay nudist dude, and he was very like upfront. And he asked to get like a life-size woman on his back, so her hips blended in with his hips, so that his ass looked like her ass. And then so I did this tattoo. It took like 4 sessions. And then on the last session, he asked if I could tattoo a vagina on his gooch, so that when you bent over, it looked like there was a pussy there.
I was on Christopher Street in Manhattan.
Makes your idea even cooler. You're just like, oh man, let's do that for sure, The very first was a 2-piece. It was the lion here, as well as the clock. It's a bunch of different clocks kind of mashed together for like the race against time. And then the lion for being king of the world. World champ, taking over the world, and that's why his paw's on top of what I would call the globe, but it's the infinity sign made up with snakes. The rose in the middle of it, talking about how fragile life is, but that I will always be the king.
The chest one is close to me, it's super close to me. It's about my roots. It means a lot for me because it tells a story. There's birds, like little birds, there's 2 of them. One represents me, and one represents my son. It represents that when I travel, I get blessed with travel mercies, and then you can see look like little trees, little bushes. That's for health. There's a bunch of little things that's on my chest that it's like it actually tells a story.
The butterfly bee. It's from Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's got butterfly wings, but the bee body. I got a white-tailed deer here. I'm a big-time hunter. I grew up my whole life hunting and providing meat for my family. Whitetail especially because I like how symmetrical their horns are. The Greek goddess Athena, she's wearing the Medusa as a helmet. So Medusa was the lady with the snakes in her hair, right? And Athena is the Greek goddess for war and wisdom, which is my profession.
I was on Christopher Street in Manhattan. Dude named Leroy, I'll never forget his name, man. Came in and his boyfriend was sitting outside and he wanted to get a tattoo. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? So he walks to the shop, big dude, though. And he was like, yeah, I want to get a tattoo, I'm like, okay, whatever. His boyfriend comes in and he straight sound like, how you doing? I want to get a tattoo, I want to do a target on my asshole. I'm like, you want to do what? So I ended up doing it, you know what I'm saying? I did, like, at the top I had no choice.
I didn't do mine.
So I did it.
I looked at the dude like, how the fuck?
So I did it, and dude, like, he was sitting in the chair, holding his own butt cheeks open. I'm tattooing this shit. And, he farted and took a dump, dude, passed out. And that just tore my whole world up, dude. Like, that was, like, the worst experience I've ever had in my life.
He took a shit?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
But this is the first time I got done with my tattoo, and I was covered in hives. Still haven't touched it since the day I got tattooed. I have true love tattooed on my knuckles. Fighting is my true love, it's my passion. It's been something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid. I got a grenade tattooed on my right hand. Kind of was like an ongoing joke, I drop bombs. I swear, once I got this tattoo, the next 3 fights, I broke my hand. It was like a jinx or something.
A lot of people ask why it's not together, why it's not one. It's because my story is not done yet. My life story is not done, so that's how come the Polynesian is unbroken. When my story comes to an end, we can finish it. most recent tattoo is actually this one. Blessed, you know? When you're out and you're having fun with your friends and people like to get wild, you just gotta ask them, you ever been blessed before? And then they say no, boom! And be like, there it is.
I tattooed the tip of some guy's penis. Yeah, I tattooed a spider on the tip of some guy's penis in Trenton, New Jersey. It was horrible. It was a bad experience for everyone involved.
Like it's been something that's just been passed along. It's kind of like a nickname, I guess I would say now. It was given to me by the notorious Conor McGregor during the Ultimate Fighter season, and so I kind of ran with it and used it against him. I got the snake here with a Bang Muay Thai logo inside. That's my coach's logo. And then I also have the Infinity logo on my hand with the snake eating its own tail.
In terms of him trying to like put you down and do a positive.
Exactly, man. Someone's trying to insult you, you kind of use it against them.
By the time I was 18, I probably had at least 15 tattoos. And I started working on my sleeve my senior year. But I was always very proportionate. I would like to do, if I get one side, I would do the other side. If I did inside, I would do this inside. I have kind of a theme. I have like collar on this side and then gray on this side. I like to have a variety of artwork. I have a traditional Japanese sleeve. Definitely more so, I would say that realism is what I'm kind of leaning more towards. I think it's just amazing that artists can like literally bring something to life that you see.
We got blessed now. We got like the Vatican, and I got a cross in there. I got a bunch of doves. We sticking to that dark and light look, so all here is like a light dove, and then we got like the dark dove wings here. I'm not trying to shove it down no one's throat or whatever. I think so religion should be whatever you believe in. If you look at my story, you look at where I came from, how I was raised, there's a bunch of stuff, odds that's stacked against me. I'm not supposed to be here, and I believe some type of spirit, even my ancestors in Hawaii, I believe they put me here for a reason.
I had this girl, I was tattooing her back, and she didn't want to eat or she didn't want to break, so she wanted to just try and get it done. After like 4 or 5 hours we finished, and then she went to get up. As she got up, she was feeling dizzy, and then she kind of just face planted right into the wall, and we had it on camera because like our room had like security cameras. We just kept looking over and over, but it's probably the craziest one because she face planted and she had a big gash above her head, which wasn't funny at the time.
I have one guy, pretty tough, 18 hours straight. After that, he smiled to me, good job, man. I'm shocked. I'm just like, I need sleep right now. Yep.
My craziest client story was actually a guy that came to get a Pinocchio tattoo on his private area where his nose was, you know, his male member. When he first told me the idea, I was kind of skeptical about it, and then I thought, hey, you know what, I'm a professional, this will make a great portfolio piece, and I'm very happy that he didn't lie while I was tattooing him.
It's kind of like the whole 8 Mile, you know, like use their ammo against them, then they have nothing left to use, you know. I'm a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, and I walk up to the same song every time, Can't Stop. And so I have Can't Stop throughout my arm in different locations, just kind of in the background. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig, you know, I'm addicted to what I do, I'm addicted to this game. That song will always get me pumped up, ready for war.
I wouldn't say that I'm so religious, it's more spiritual. I feel like I have a growing relationship with the Lord, and I attend church just kind of to learn more. I was never raised in the church, never was, you know, forced to go. On my left hand it says, only God can judge me. I have St. Michael stomping the devil. And then I have on my inside of my wrist, it says, live to fight and fight to live. I got that when I was like 15. I got a 9mm tattoo on my back. My buddy Nick Dool, he was a pro fighter growing up. He was knocking everybody out. Like he's Nick the Savage Dool. He's a guy that I looked up to. He was on the same team. He had that tattoo. The first time I actually pulled it out in the fight was the Dom Cruz fight. I was walking back to the kid.
Just the details for the fighters.
Good work, guys. All of us. Tomorrow night. Just the housekeeping for tomorrow night.
Quickly, guys, fighters, fighter trainers, please listen up. Tomorrow we're going to open the...
I remember I was tattooing this guy, and it was very noticeable that he had a semi. And basically, when I was trying to tattoo his chest, I was looking over to him, and he was just staring into my eyes, and I felt like he was just like breathing on me. And it was like this weird, intimate thing that I couldn't stop because I had a tattoo close to his neck, you know? And I couldn't just like keep him, I couldn't get his face away from me, and everybody just came up to me afterwards making fun of what they saw, and it was pretty horrifying.
He's here to remind me that, you know, I truly am blessed. I got my son's name on me from the heavens. That's like the heaven skies looking down on him. I got my street name on me. If I forget where I grew up, I know the zip code. I think this arm is gonna be like a Polynesian side, and this one is like the holy side, you know, like my religion side.
This is my wife's eye, and then in the reflection of her eye is me holding the belt up the night I won it against Barao. It's a pretty epic photo here. I fought here a year ago, last November, at Madison Square Garden, where I won my belt back against Cody Garbrandt.
The nickname Nola was given to me by my uncle. He was my boxing trainer. He used to sneak me off to the gym for my first fight at 14. So I was in there sparring some of his pro fighters he had, and I was, you know, knocking them around, and he was, you know, hassling them. He's like, this kid's a teenager. He's showing you guys no love, and it just kind of stuck. Cody No Love, and that was my moniker. It's been my moniker ever since. On my right bicep, I have family, and on my chest, I have family over everything. I'm a huge family man. A huge part of my success and support came from my family. You know.
Put something here. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a scripture, and then here, this is gonna be my Polynesian tattoo. This one is I'm dreading. People ask me, "Well, you get your tattoos?" All my tattoos is done by one guy I go to, and then when they try to book him, he's like booked like months in advance. They're like, "I can't get him." I'm like, "Well, that's the kind of guys you want to go to, because if they're busy, then that means." The people coming back for a reason, so do your homework a little bit and go out there and get something nice, because I heard lasering it off is 100 times more sore than putting it on.
I fought here a year ago, last November, at Madison Square Garden, where I won my belt back against Cody Garbrandt. Knocked him out in the second round. Very satisfying win since how much drama was going on with it. Felt on top of the world, and that's why I got a hawk. You know, it's the highest flying predator bird. I'm flying high. It always seems like after each fight, I get a new piece done. So I can kind of look through my last 2 years of my fighting career and know what fight it was by my tattoos. I'm in the UFC video game. Like I said, this has all been over the last 2 years, and the last time I did images for the UFC game, I don't have any tattoos. Man, EA Sports, you gotta get it right. I'm all tatted up now, so fix my character.
Do you have an idea for the next one you might get?
Yeah, I definitely have an idea. So this is actually pretty cool. My grandfather, throughout my wrestling career, I'd always get nervous to wrestle guys that I knew that were a big deal. My grandpa would always come and tell me, like, everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time. My grandpa's an old school cowboy, wears a cowboy hat every day. I've never seen him a day without a cowboy hat on. So I want to get like a cowboy on my leg here, kind of walking away. And if you see his back and he's putting his pants on one leg at a time, everyone can be beat, no one's immortal. Actually, from this interview, I'm going to go over and see Oscar, because I just finished my hand 2-3 weeks ago when I was out here, and he wants to get some photos of it now that it's healed, and so I'm going to go by the shop right after this interview. We'll see if I get something new.
I had this guy, he was like a Wall Street guy, kind of like an American Psycho type, and he wanted some like California state line with like mini golden bridge inside it on his rib. And he was really neurotic and really anal, and he was just like telling me like how to do my job pretty much. And then I did it and he was really happy with it, and he left, then came back, was like, this line here is a little wiggly, and was like freaking out about it. Yeah, it was intense.
My left bicep, I have relentless. I got that when I was a sophomore in high school. My wrestling was relentless. The way I trained was relentless. That mindset of being relentless in training and in everyday life, just being relentless in your pursuit of what you want to do. The diamond was for, diamond pressure, the life's adversity. The self-made was for made myself, but I'm stitched with good intentions. The wings are for, showing there's no levels, no, sky's the limit kind of thing. Don't set your, standards low, rise above that. And so I got it tattooed on my neck. Thought it was a good idea. My mom nearly killed me with a neck tat, so I don't want to, do the face. She likes it now, but there was like a 2-week grace period where I didn't come home. Remember, I walked up to her and I had my guard up thinking that she was gonna swing on me. And she came up, looked at it, and she's like, oh, it doesn't look so bad. I think everyone has a tattoo that they regret getting. I have my chest, I'm not happy the way it turned out. I put Lord Have Mercy above it and started doing the dove, and there's like 4 or 5 different people that worked on this, the chest piece. We plan on probably doing some laser sessions to get it off and reshoot something on it, but hey, it's on there, so it's nothing I can do. Yeah, I actually do have some Ohio tats. That's a funny story as well. I went to my college visit. It was in South Carolina, Newberry College. It was the end of the year. We were all at this party. We were all drinking and having a good time. And like, oh man, I'd like to get a tattoo. And there's a guy there that was giving tattoos. I ended up getting the state of Ohio, the outline, and it says Ohio's finest on top of my foot. And I ended up signing with that school and going there for a few months before I withdrew. I plan on getting my whole back done. I have so many different projects and art pieces that I want to get, but with training and fighting, it's hard. So how I received the left side of my cauliflower ear was, me and my brother, we fought growing up. I mean, we fought over food, anything. I mean, we were just competitive. I had a 12-inch sub. My grandma, so my boxing coach, was like right across the street. I went and worked out. I said, hey grandma, don't let Zach eat the sandwich. So I come in from my workout and I was like, hey grandma, I go open the fridge and it was gone. I was like, hey grandma, I said, where'd that sandwich go? And she's such a sweet little old lady. She's like, oh, I don't know, I didn't see it. And I was like, oh, like, motherfucker, Zach. I look in the living room, Zach's in the lazy boy, kicked back, like, hitting his stomach, and that shit was good. And I was like, oh, you motherfucker. He jumps in his truck, takes off, so I jump in my truck. I already knew where he was going. So me and Zach went out there on an old dirt road and kicked the living shit out of each other for about 40 minutes. He hit me in the ear, and I remember just like, hair ringing, like, whoo. And it's like, my ear was like, in the fight, I could feel it like, woo, just all floppy and huge. I'm like, damn, like that's definitely cauliflower, but I was still fighting. We fought forever. So that's small town shit, but that was the last time we fought. We thought it was all cool when we were younger, like 5th grade. Oh, the cauliflower looks so cool. Man, it hurts like a bitch when you get it, but hey, I'll take it. Every fight is personal to me. Another adversary that's trying to steal a dream away from me that I worked so hard to get. So there's always that emotion factor, but it's business at the end of the day. I go out there and just do my job and have fun. Like, I truly love fighting. I truly love the challenge of, training for the fight. I know nothing's gonna stop me.
I know tattoo is painful. Tattooing is painful and getting tattooed is painful. I mean, not tattooing isn't painful. It's not painful, but for being a client, it's painful. And I had a guy once who came in with a ball gag just for the pain. Right. And he was like,
that's a good idea.
He sounded like a bear mounting
I might start
like a tractor with the ball gag. So that was kind of crazy.
It'd be cool if a client walked in and you handed them the ball gag. And you're like, ready? You'll need